Okay, so now we have our back of our wreath finished off. We're going to flip it back to our front side. Now, we want to pay attention again to the direction of those pumpkins and the gnomes, because we want to make sure we know which end is up and which is down. So right now I have all of them going in this, so this is my top and this is my bottom. So you're going to have your sign. It's going to have fishing line tied onto for you. This is so you can secure the sign. You're going to want to figure out where you want it. Now you can twist this a little bit. You can do it like this, or you could go all the way to this side. So you just got to figure out how you want it to look. The next thing is, once you find your spot, I like to have my signs kind of sit into my wreath. It's going to be up to you how you want yours. This is a very light sign. It's waterproof, which is really nice. So I'm going to want it to sit kind of down into my wreath a little bit. The other thing we want to do is we want to make sure we pull out any of the ribbon, all the ribbon. I recommend pulling out all the ribbon. You can move it around at a later point, but by at least getting it out, it's at least seen. You have a better chance of seeing it. If you were to attach your sign and then pull the ribbon out later, what's going to happen is you're going to have a little void of space, and your sign is more likely to slip on your wreath. And so that's why I like to do that. I don't usually pull out the mesh, only because I want that to offer some stability. So all I'm doing is I'm pulling ribbon right now. So, and if you happen to have an area that you felt was lacking something, you can move, you can twist your mesh around to fill that spot. So I'm gonna pull those guys out. Okay. So I do like that. I like where it is. I like the ribbon that's kind of accenting the corners. So I think that's where I want it. So now what we're going to do is I recommend starting at one end. I don't recommend doing top and bottom. I find the sides are easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fishing line. I know it's very hard to see in the video, but I'm going to pick a hole. And all I'm going to do is take that fishing line and pull it through to the back side of my wreath form. Like so. So now I have it in this hand over here. I'm gonna let that be, and then I'm gonna come do the same thing on this side. And all I'm doing is just finding a pathway down between the mesh so that I can pull that to the back side. Now, you will have, when you're doing your first side, you're gonna wanna check your tension a couple times, not a couple times, but at least another time. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, so I'm kind of pulling it a little bit taut in my hands right now. I'm going to flip this over and put it down on my table. So now, when you're tying off your wreath, we want to utilize these crossbars. If we were just to tie off along here, that's going to slip and slide, and so your sign is going to move. So I happen to be right here at the middle. I could just tie off to this one, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this to kind of anchor it a little bit more around that higher one, and then come back to this one and go around and come up on this side. Okay. Now I'm going to go do the same thing here. I'm going to come down to this one. And now I'm going to pull it so that it goes around this one. And so I have one on this side of this bar and one on that side of the bar. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and throw my first loop of a knot, and I'm going to pull that tight. Now at this point, it's a good time to, by still keeping that tension in this hand, flip your sign back over, your wreath back over, and make sure it's still where you're wanting it. And I do feel that is snug and where I want it to be on my wreath. So then I'm going to come back to the back side, and I'm going to go ahead and finish tying off. So I'm going to throw a couple more of these. Since fishing line can slip, I do recommend throwing several throws, just because of the fact that we may not all be proficient tying square knots. And then, as added precaution, I will slide that around one more bar and do another set of 4 knots. It's probably more than that's necessary, but I certainly don't want my wreath, sign to come untied. and then I'm going to trim my tails of my fishing line. So now I'm going to flip it back over to the front side, and now I'm going to work on this side. So again, I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to pick my way down and bring it to the back side of my wreath. I'm going to do the same here. Okay. Grabbing it both hands. Now this side doesn't tend to slip as much just because of the fact that you've already got that one pretty secure. So I'm going to flip it back over. Whoa, sorry. It's off of my desk. All right, so I'm right here at this middle one. So again, I'm going to do the same thing I did for the other side. I'm going to come around this bar, come back, and then come over and around this side. There we go. And then I'm going to come up to this one, wrap it around, come down, and around this guy. So now, again, I have the fishing line on either side of this bar. Now, I feel pretty confident with my tension, but if you're unsure and want to check if that sign slips at all, by all means, flip it over, double check it, tighten if needed, and then come flip back over and tie off. So, and one more time. Oops. And trim this. Okay, we're in the home stretch now. So also in your kit, you have one of these little wire pieces. This is if you are not using like a wreath hanger to hang your wreath. I like to use the 3M hooks. I recommend the ones weighted for 3 pounds. These wreaths are a little bit over 1 pound, so they will eventually fall off the wall if you don't use the 3 pound. So basically I'm finding the top part of my wreath, and it happens to be right where this is, which is fine. And I'm going to make a loop. Now this is not necessary. This is only if you are planning on using like a nail or some other kind of hook, or even a suction cup, something of that nature. So again, you can do this with your fingers. You do not need a tool. However, I can get a little tighter if I am using a tool. So I'm going to use my needle nose, and yes, I'm moving off center, which is fine because I will be able to scoot it back over where I need it. But at least I'm not catching, I have a little bit more room here to work, and I'm not with all that mesh. And again, when I'm doing this, I want to try and get those edges to the back side, so it's not going to scratch the surface that you're hanging your wreath on. Okay, so now I see I was able to move there. So now, last step is time to tweak your ribbons. So now at this point, you can move things around. You can adjust the ribbons so that you get to see what you want. The patterns that you like are more prominent, all that kind of good stuff. And again, you'll do this probably while you have it on your table or wherever you're working, and then you'll do it yet again when you get it up onto your door. So I am going to leave that now because I could do this all day, but that's how you put it together. I hope you found this easy to follow and you love the way your wreath turned out. I hope you'll join me again for another one, and thanks for watching.